All right, welcome back to the Doha or Qatar Open. And now we've got Swiatek, probably the best player at this event over the last, probably since 2020. She's taking on Tjen, who got through her first round against Haddad Maia. Love and won. She was supposed to play Castella, but Castella pulled out because she just won Romania. So, yeah. Tjen versus Swiatek. Winner plays Kazatkina. Sakkari's also in this part of the draw. We just saw Gauff go down, which was a big upset. And, yeah, Swiatek's made the semifinals or better the last 4 years in a row, and she's won 3 of those 4 as well. So she loves playing here. This is Swiatek's one of her best tournaments. And now she's taking on Tjen, who's coming off a good doubles performance last week in Abu Dhabi. So let's see if Tjen can compete against Iga Swiatek. All right. Coco just doesn't do well in Doha. Yeah. Just not a great place for her. Not a great place. What do I mean? All right, here we go. Swiatek walks out on court. We've got Raducanu coming up a little bit later. In fact, probably straight after this. We've got Raducanu taking on Wong. Djokovic doesn't do well in Monte Carlo. Well, there you go. Everybody has a tournament they don't like that or don't play well at. They don't perform at. Okay. Yep, three-time three-peat Doha champion. That's it. Here we go. Let's see if Tjen can play well against Swiatek. Tjen has never played Swiatek, but she has played top 10 players in the last 12 months. Oh, wait, no, she hasn't. This is her first top 10 match. Really? Okay, why did I think she'd played a top 10 player before? This is her first ever top 10 clash. That's crazy. Okay, so she's played Samsonova. That was last week, who was number 18. That was her highest ranked opponent. This is a massive jump from that. She has got wins over Fernandez this year. US Open last year, she beat Kudermetova, and she beat Joint this year as well. So she's had 2 of her best wins this year already. But yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought that Tjen had played Raducanu or something. But yeah, first top 10 match for Tjen. So this is going to be a real test. Mboko wins. Nice. Mboko Andreeva third round. All right, chat. How good are 1 week 1000s? Remember this, because in a month's time we're going to be screaming. Maybe not a month. When we get to Madrid, we're going to be crying. we're going to be wanting to come back to February. That should be a final. I mean, it was a final, right? That should be a final. Andreeva versus Mboko third round is crazy. That's not right. All right. They're warming up. Yeah, Zvonareva, hell of an effort getting to the second round as a quali. At 41 years old. That is a hell of an effort. All right. Swiatek in the same outfit. Why can't On give her colorful outfits to Swiatek? Because they don't have the budget. They do shoes. You got to remember that these smaller brands that don't have a massive roster of players don't have the resources and the funds to just throw money at a different outfit every tournament. Nike have a different outfit every swing of the season because they have the resources for that. They have money for that. On are a small brand in comparison, so they're not going to have a different outfit every single tournament. Yet. Maybe eventually. And they also have other sports that they, work in, and they do other things for other sports, so they're not going to... Also, but even then, most of the players are wearing the same thing they wore last week anyway. So, this part of the year, it's usually the Australian Open and February are usually, everybody wears the same stuff, and then it's Indian Wells where people get changed. Even Nike have that. So maybe just wait until the next tournament, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe in Indian Wells she'll have a different kit. But again, they're a smaller brand, so don't expect them to change. By the way, there is a crowd. There is a bit of a crowd. All right, Chen, 46 in the world. She's career high ranking. First top 10 opponent. First top 10 clash today for Janice Tjen. Now, chat, if we're going to play this fun game where we compare Chen to Barty, Barty versus Swiatek, they played twice. Barty won both matches in straight sets. But that was before Swiatek became Swiatek. So, I don't know. I don't know how much Barty's game would have stacked up against this version of Iga, but against the pre-2022 version, or the pre-Swiatek streak, Barty won straight sets both times. But also Chen's not as good as Barty yet. So the style matchup, I don't know if we can really read too much into the fact that Barty won both matches. And then expect Chen to also win. When it's her first top 10 clash, and Swiatek's a hell of a lot better than she was 4 years ago. Okay. Here we go. Nice evening for tennis. A little bit of a breeze, but nothing much. Low, average humidity, not much, but a bit of humidity around, but not crazy. All right. Here we go. The last couple of serves. All right. I wonder if Chen asked Eala how to beat Swiatek. I wonder if Chen was like, "Hey, Alex, how'd you beat her in Miami? How did you push her in Madrid? We played doubles together last week. Come on, the Sisters. Come on, you got to give me some tips here. What's up?" All right, good crowd in. The thing that makes this not look like there's a good crowd is because behind the court, at the back of the court, is where all the royalty sit. It is a royal box, but it's they're the most, they are reserved seats. So that's why, or maybe not reserved, but those are the expensive seats, right? They're the ones for guests. They're the ones for, I don't know if they're corporate seats, but they're definitely the ones for the I think it's like the royal family. Is there a royal family in Doha, or the royalty? And they all sit there. But they're not sitting there tonight because it's only second round, right? It'll be packed by the end of the week. On the weekend, it'll be busy, but That's why it looks so empty in the back there, because you're like, oh, nobody's sitting there. No, they're just sitting on the sides. You can't see the sides. All right, here we go. Swiatek to serve. I'm going to go Swiatek in, I think I said close straight sets, but we'll see. As Tjen hits it out. And it's 15-love Swiatek. Indonesian flag upside down is a Polish flag. That is a great observation. 15-love. As get a serve again from Swiatek. Into the forehand of Tjen. Return the net. 30-love. By the way, do we have a court speed on... Like, do we have an average court speed over the last few years here? Because I feel like during the day it's quick, and then at night it's Indian Wells. Is that what happens here? Do we have any information on that? Because it feels like during the day it's sort of like... It's a decent court. It's normal hard court speeds. But then at night, it turns into like a slow... And that would make sense why Swiatek wins it. You know, has won it so many times, because she likes playing on the slow... Well, she has liked playing on the slower courts for the most part of her career. 15 as Swiatek misses that one. All right, serve again, Swiatek. As a backhand return from Tjen goes to front of Swiatek. Tjen with a slice in the net. And it's 4-15. How many slams does Swiatek end up with? I say 15 easy. 15? She's going to win 9 more in the next... 15? That's a lot. There's only one player who's won 15 slams in the last, 40 years. All right. The last player to win... Serena's the only player that's done 15 or more since Steffi in, the 90s or the 80s, right? So, shit, you say 15? That's a lot. Backhand return the forehand Swiatek into the slice of Tjen. Tjen hits wide. And it's 1-love Swiatek. I think Swiatek gets double digits, but I feel like 15 is too much pressure. Let's just aim for 10. I think she can get to 10. I think 15 is... if you asked me back in 2022, I would have said 15, but I don't know. With Sabalenka on top right now and Gauff getting better, Raducanu is coming good, and there's a lot of young players coming through that we haven't even started to reach their potential yet. It's going to be very hard to win that many slams. It's not, it's much more competitive than it was. All right, here we go. Tjen's going to serve. Swiatek 1-love. $15 would be great, but let's start with 10. Yeah, if she gets to 10, that's a hell of an effort too. I guess we're going to do this early because, we always pump up Swiatek. She's the best player of this generation. And with Raducanu beating Sabalenka, that remains true. Because Swiatek has the most slams of this decade. And is still the greatest player of the generation. So far. Sabalenka could have been Sabalenka, but she just didn't win enough finals. As with a forehand now from Swiatek. Volley. Okay, that's a weird shot, but Tjen gets it back. And then Swiatek puts it away, love 30. Swiatek's won 11 1,000 titles out of 13 finals. She's won all 6 Grand Slam finals she's played in. Ridiculous. Come on, what are we doing? But currently Swiatek is... she's not in the top 10 of Grand Slams all time women's side yet. If she does get to 10, that will put her in the, again, if you're going 15, right? 15 was the number that was thrown out. That's more than Billie Jean King. That's more than Monica Seles. It's less than Evert and Navratilova and Steffi and Serena and Margaret Court and Helen Wills Moody. But 10 is like still top 10 all time. As with a love 40 score, Chen with the forehand winner, 15-40. All right, first serve default, second serve. As return goes into the forehand, Swiatek. And Swiatek gets an inside-out winner. All right, 2-love. Swiatek with the break. By the way, speaking of Swiatek and records, she currently has 11 1,000 titles, which equal with Lindsay Davenport. If she does win another 1,000 title this year, she'll be the outright 5th best player at this level of event since 1995, I think. Is that when? No. Since 1990, when the WTA started, I think. I think that's when it backs to. Yeah. So if she wins 12, she'll be behind Sharapova, who's at 14. Serena's got 23. But yeah, Swiatek has got. She is becoming a bit of a 1,000 queen, as well as the Slam. I mean, again, we don't have to just talk about Grand Slams. We talk about 1,000 titles. Swiatek also dominates that over the likes of Sabalenka. So, like, again, you know, Swiatek being the best player of this generation is. I mean, the stats prove that. Who's number one currently? Sabalenka. Oh, we're talking about who won the most 1,000s? Serena at 23. 30-love. Let me have a look at weeks at number one. Where's Sabalenka and Swiatek? Because they're going to be close at weeks at number one, right? Because Swiatek's was there for a while, but Sabalenka's catching her, I think. So Swiatek's got 125 weeks at number one, and Sabalenka's got 77. So Swiatek still leads that as well, with most weeks at world number one. She's overtaken Barty, who was at 121 weeks at number one. So again, just adding to this, Swiatek is the best player of this generation. She's 7th most weeks at number one. Sabalenka is 11th, so she's catching, but Swiatek. Also, Sabalenka has an opportunity to overtake Swiatek with consecutive weeks at number one. Who she's currently at 69 weeks, and Swiatek had 75 in her first run at number one. Steffi and Serena with 186 weeks at number one consecutively is the most. As that goes out by Chen, it's 3-love. Yeah, Barty's weeks at number one were frozen, so you can whatever you can whatever you can do with that. But either way, Swiatek's got more weeks than Barty at number one, even with the rankings freezing. I think she only gained 20 weeks when the rankings were frozen. So, but either like I said, either way, Swiatek has more weeks at number one with than Barty anyway. So yeah. Nobody on the women's side has won a Golden Masters. No, because Serena didn't play a lot of these tournaments back in the day. So the reason why Serena's been the closest, but she didn't play not Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and she didn't play Doha that much, and she didn't play Wuhan and Beijing that much either. So she didn't play the Asian swing, and she didn't play the Middle Eastern swing. So after the US Open, she didn't play much, and after the Australian Open, she didn't play much. And she didn't play Indian Wells for a long time too. I think she did win Indian Wells once, but yeah, she didn't play Indian Wells that much either. But she didn't need it if she got one of them, right? So Serena won 2 Indian Wells, 8 Miamis. She won 4 Rome, 2 Cincinnati, 3 in Canada, 2 in Madrid, 1 Beijing, but she didn't win Wuhan, and she didn't win Dubai or Doha. So she was close. Swiatek has won. Let me just. All right. So now that Dubai and Doha are split, I have to redo my list. All right. Love 15 as Swiatek gets the love 30. Looking for that double break. Love 30. Tjen serves. In the back of Swiatek return. Nope, that's a let. All right, so Swiatek has won twice in Doha as a 1,000 event. There's been a 400 rally. Tjen again, the 400 Swiatek, backing up from Tjen down the line. Swiatek with a 400 on the stretch. Goes cross court. Tjen hits it in the net. It's love 40. All right, love 40. Swiatek hits a return, but it goes long. 15-40. All right, as Tjen survives again. And it's 30-40. As with a fault from Tjen, second serve. As with a 400 from Swiatek in the 400 of Tjen. Tjen in the net, 4 love. Swiatek with the double break. So Swiatek is currently the closest to getting the Golden Masters. She just has to win Dubai, Canada, and Wuhan, and she will collect the set. That's including the WTA finals. So she's also won that, which is part of the... I guess that's part of the package, right? You got to win that as well. So yeah, she's won 3 Rome. She's won in Madrid. She's won 2 Indian Wells, Miami. She's won 2 in Doha. Hasn't won in Dubai. And she's only played once in Wuhan. That was last year, and she made the quarterfinals. So, yeah. All right, 15-0. Would have served down the T as a let. All right. There's a forehand from Swiatek in the forehand of Tjen. Swiatek forehand again, the forehand of Tjen. Swiatek forehand down the line. Tjen gets over the slice. Swiatek forehand again. Into the backhand of Tjen, and Swiatek with the backhand slice. Tjen slice cross court again. Swiatek slices it deep. It goes in. Tjen puts up a lob, but overhits it. Nice rally by both. And it's 30-15. Tjen's starting to get in the rallies a little bit more though. All right, 40-15. Swiatek hits a cross-court winner, and it's 5-love. Swiatek cruising at the moment. Five zero. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so Swiatek's just got to win 3 more 1000s, and she's got the Golden Masters, which no one has done on the women's side yet. Noskova in danger. She was winning, though. Also, Svitolina's up a set in a break. Yeah, what the hell happened to Noskova? I thought she was winning the final set. Winner of this match, by the way, plays Kasatkina, who dominated earlier today. So we will be watching that tomorrow. If it is Swiatek versus Dasha. We will watch that. And we've got Raducanu coming on straight after this. All right, Tjen serving to get on the board here. She serves and gets to 15 love. All right, Tjen serves a let. Serving to the back of Swiatek, but it's a fault. Second serve. As return goes to forehand to Tjen, slice Swiatek. Into the forehand to Tjen. Swiatek with a passing shot winner. Down the line, beautiful forehand. Noskova loses. What the hell is happening? All right, 15-0. There's a bit of slice from Tjen. Into the forehand, Swiatek. She puts that away. 15-30. Swiatek trying to open the bakery here. She's done so many times at this place. In this venue. The draw progression is making a huge chance for Swiatek to go all the way to the final. Yeah, I mean, now that Noskov is out, that means that... what does that mean? And it's 15-30. Swiatek forehand goes into the forehand of Tjen. Tjen goes down the line. Great shot. Slice from Swiatek. It's Tjen. Forehand to the slice of Swiatek. Lob goes up. Tjen puts away the smash 30-all. So yeah, so now it means that Swiatek doesn't have to play a seed until the semis. And that's if, Svitolina, Navarro, Mukova get through. So Kasatkina, Gracheva, and Sakkari are the opponents. So Swiatek should make the semis, unless Sakkari gets inspired. I think she's the only one that could beat Swiatek. She's the only one that has beaten Swiatek, I think, out of that bunch. Dasha has as well. And Gracheva pushed Swiatek, I think, last year. But I think Sakkari's the only, if we're going to be realistic, is probably the only threat. 40-30. At least the only threat that I can see. All right, as Tjen hits it out, and we get the deuce. As Tjen serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. There's a double fault. And Swiatek gets a chance to take the set here. All right, advantage Swiatek. Tjen serves another fault, second serve. Serve in the back of Swiatek, return in the back into Tjen. Tjen in the net. There it is, bagel. for Swiatek to start this Doha Championships. All right, what a start. When all the other seeds around are falling, I mean, you've got no Coco, no Anisimova. Gauff is gone. Noskova loses. Alexandrova went down. I mean, all the seeds have lost. Have any seeds won? Andreeva won. Andreeva and Mboka are the only two seeds that have progressed. Everybody else has fallen over, but Swiatek's like, you know what? I will win this. Because I am the best player at this venue. 7 winners, 4 errors from Swiatek. 3 winners, 11 errors from Tjen. Swiatek converted 3 out of 6 break points. Tjen only won 8 points in that set. Youch. All right. First set in the bag. The Bagel Queen, that's it. Yeah, Palini's out. Osorio's already up a break. Nice. So Svitolina's winning. So she's there. After this match, we've got Raducanu. And then also later today, you've got Navarro is playing. Mukova and Valentova are coming up soon, which I'm excited to see how Valentova does. Another good young player coming through. Raducanu's match will start straight after this. Straight after this. All right, 26 minutes played. 6-0. Mukova might just have the edge of Valentova based on experience. Well, yeah, she should, right? Why do you think that Barty struggled against Swiatek struggled against Barty all those years? A similar side of Tjen. Well, I said earlier, like Barty didn't play this version of Swiatek, so I don't think it's a fair comparison. And Tjen is not as good as Barty. You know, Tjen is not Barty. Like, you know, Barty with 3, you know, how many Grand Slams did she have at the time? 2 Grand Slams, world number 1. Playing against Swiatek, who only had 1 Grand Slam and hadn't really started yet. I don't think Swiatek had Vicharovsky when she played Barty. So that changed. And then, yeah. Barty retired, Swiatek got to number 1, and we'll never know what they would have been like against each other had they played 2 years later, or a year later, even. Love 15. Serve to the backhand of Tjen. Forehand from Swiatek. Goes long. And it's love 30. Love 30. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Tjen. Shank return to the forehand of Swiatek. Goes down the line of the backhand of Tjen. Swiatek forehand inside out in the nets. All right, love 40. All of a sudden, Tjen's got a chance to get the game. And it's a break. Mboka versus Andreeva rematch in the tournament would be fun. Oh, yeah. We'll watch that tomorrow. What other matches could happen tomorrow? So that's seems like the match of the round. I mean, we could be getting Raducanu and Zhang. That's pretty crazy third round. Swiatek serves an ace, 15-30, 40. We'll watch Swiatek versus Dasher if that happens too. But there's some pretty crazy matchups. All right, 15-40. Tjen to get the break. Swiatek says a fault second serve. Swiatek double faults. There's the break. Tjen gets on the board. And she's up in the second, 1-love. Sloppy game by Swiatek. But Tjen's got the break, and she gets her first game against a top 10 player. All right. All right, let's see how Tjen serves, though, because now she's got the break. She has to hold. There's a bit of fault from Tjen. Second serve. Hey, what's up, Robin? How you doing? Serving to the forehand. Swiatek return off the tape. Goes nowhere. 15-love. Poor Dasha has to play Iga. I hope it's competitive. Come on, Dasha. Come on, Dasha. Do us proud. Cause the upset. 15-love. I believe in Dasha. I believe Dasha. I believe. All right, Swiatek hits a winner, 15-0. All right, 15-0 as we serve again from Tjen. Into the forehand. Swiatek return the forehand to Tjen. Swiatek again to the forehand to Tjen. He goes down the line wide. 15-30. There's Tjen with the forehand to the backhand of Swiatek, but Tjen hits a wide. 15-40. Oh, Tjen just missed that one too. All right. 15-40. Breakback points. To get back on serve straight away. Barty wasn't hungry enough to build a long career in tennis. No, she just did what she wanted to do, and then she wanted to do something else. Forehand goes in the backhand slice of Tjen. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek gets a winner. There's the break back. 1-0. Like, Barty won Wimbledon, Australian Open, and then she's like, now I want to start a family. So she just didn't want to do, didn't want to play for 20 years and wasn't going for the slam record. She just wanted to, win. Like, she came to tennis, she then ducked out for a couple of years, she came back to tennis, dominated, and then left again. I mean, Barty. Did Barty have the most dominant career? One of the most dominant careers based on like time played? She barely played. But when she did, she won. I mean, what was Barty's win-loss record? It must have been pretty good. 305 wins, 102 losses, 15 titles. She made the doubles finals of every Grand Slam and won only the US Open doubles. And then she won 3 Grand Slams in the 4th round of the US. I mean, Barty would have retired after Wimbledon had she have won the Australian Open earlier. Like, if she had won the Australian Open in 2020 or 2021, like she was supposed to, I guess, because she lost to Kenin and Mukova, I think. Like, Barty probably would have retired after Wimbledon. Or she said after the Olympics she was going to retire. I think that was the plan. She was going to retire after the Olympics in 2021 and then decided to play on until the Australian Open. As Chen is a winner 15-30. So Barty had a 75% winning record in her career, 75% win-loss record percentage. Swiatek has a way better record. She hasn't even lost 100 matches yet, Swiatek. So, again, Swiatek's still the best player of this generation. But, yeah, Barty had a hell of a strike rate. Came in, played a couple matches, ducked out. Came in, won, ducked out. And Barty didn't even play that much at the end of her career. Barty, in 2020, she only played the Australian Open. 2021, she played everything. 2022, she only played the Australian Open. She didn't play for 2 years in the middle of the 2010s. Yeah. One of the what-ifs of tennis, for sure. Anyways, 15-40, Chen hits it out. It's 30-40. Like, Barty's definitely one of the what-ifs she kept playing, right? What if Barty didn't retire? I mean, we ask that probably every single time we see Barty on the TV. We're like, what if she kept playing? Would she be able to beat Sabalenka right now? And what about Swiatek? Like, how would that have worked? Could Barty play the Olympic doubles in Brisbane 2032? Ooh. How old would she be at 2032, though? She might. I mean, she has to go back in the testing pool and stuff, but I don't know what she has. I mean, she could get an Olympic wild card, right? She's 29, so what's 2032? That's in 6 years. She'll be 35. For a doubles player, that's not bad. All right, Swiatek gets to deuce. I mean, she could. She could play doubles. I don't know who she'd play with, though. Would she play with I mean, who's a young, maybe, I mean, Joint? I don't know. In doubles? I mean, I don't think Storm Hunter's going to be, I think Storm Hunter's too old. She might not be playing that much long, unless Storm Hunter's younger. I don't know. Oh, Hunter's 31. So she'll be in her late 30s. What about Perez? Perez is 30. I don't know. I mean, maybe play with Joint. Joint Barty could play, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Barty at 35 for a doubles player is not that old. Like, you can play doubles at 35. We see that all the time. All right, advantage Swiatek. To get the lead. Ace out wide. What a serve. All right. Swiatek holds 2-1. Emerson Jones. Oh, true. Jones could be. I mean, I don't know what Jones's doubles performance is, but yeah. Jones are decent at doubles. Okay. Maybe Joint Barty in 6 years. Maybe that is a good call. All right, Swiatek leads again, 2-1. Kazakhina Barty? I don't know if Dasher in doubles. Dasher doesn't really do doubles. So, I don't know.
Missed you, Cam, working non-stop. Treat for me.
Hey, thank you, Robin, for the $2. Did that actually play?
Missed you, Cam, working non-stop. Treat for me.
Thank you for the for the $2. I don't know why I didn't play the thing, but can Dasha play Billie Jean King Cup or has to wait 3 years? I think she can play because she's a citizen. Pardon me. So I think she can play. All right, 2-1 Swiatek in the second. We have Raducanu, the Australian Open champion, playing next. So we'll get to see her. And also apparently Valentova has just started against Mukova, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. All right, return goes into the forehand of Chen, back in there from Swiatek. Chen goes down the line of the forehand of Swiatek to the forehand of Chen. Swiatek forehand slice. Chen again to the forehand of Swiatek into the forehand of Chen. Chen's down the line, win up. Beautiful shot, 15-love. All right, 15-love. The new voice is interesting. It's a pirate. It's a pirate voice. Naturally. All right, 15-love. As the return goes back in a slice of Chen. Forehand from Swiatek, sliced into the forehand of Chen. Swiatek backhand to the backhand of Chen, sliced into the slice of Swiatek. Chen with a forehand cross court. Swiatek gets it and hits it long. 30-love. $30. $30. Serve again. Into the back of Swiatek. Return goes short. And then Chen hits a forehand cross-court winner. 40-love. Good rally. Good hitting from Chen. 40-love. $40. He's going to serve again. There's a fault from Chen. Second serve. Second serve in the back of Swiatek. Return is a winner. 40-15. 40-15. Chen trying to all right, Chen holds 2-2. All right, back to Swiatek. Svitolina wins. Nice. She avoids the carnage. All right, Swiatek 15-love. All right, as she serves a fault, second serve. By the way, chat, this Friday is the 13th. Ooh. How exciting. All right. All right, 30 love. Is it a fault from Swiatek, second serve? We get another Friday the 13th of March. Yes. Back to back, baby. Serving to the forehand of Tjen. Return the forehand of Swiatek. Tjen with the backhand. Slice. Into the forehand of Swiatek. That's a cross-court forehand approach, but Tjen goes down the line wide on the pass, and it's 40. 40, love. Birthday's on Friday, eh? Happy birthday. All right, 40, love. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Tjen. Swiatek puts away the forehand winner. And it's 3-2 Swiatek in the second. Tuesday the 10th is already a cursed day for half the seeds. Yeah. Today has been pretty crazy. Okay. Hey, Dominic, thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate that. In tennis, upsets is always present. That is true. I don't think there's been a tournament without one upset ever that I can remember. Also, Mukova already breaks. Valentova's birthday apparently is on the 20th. Hey, that's next week. Okay. And he's back. All right. Tjen to serve. Nearly an hour played. Tjen with the backhand to the forehand of Swiatek. Tjen with a slice. Goes short. In comes Swiatek with the backhand. Tjen's going to get there with the backhand slice, but can't reach it. Love 15. 22nd of February is when Serena could officially play if she wants to. That's the end of her 6-month ITF qualifying period. Yeah, I heard that. She won't play on that day, but, you know. Is she going to play Miami? Nah. You know what, chat? Actually, if Serena's going to come back, she's going to play doubles with Venus, right? We all know that. Would she play with Venus in doubles in Miami? Like, would that be a thing that she does? Like, that could be the first time we see Serena back. Realistically. Because she won't come back to Indian Wells, right? But to play in Miami... Or maybe she would. Maybe Indian Wells. I don't know. Maybe she would do the Sunshine double with Venus as a doubles combo. Venus, Serena, the Williams sisters for the Sunshine double. because California is where they like that's their home, right? But then Miami is where they like Florida is where they've like located, right? Where they live, right? Is that where they reside? They reside in Florida, but they were from California, right? So maybe they will play both as a doubles combo. And the timing seems kind of right. I mean, you know. And then maybe Wimbledon, US Open. Maybe they chuck in a Cincinnati or something. But, like, is that going to happen? Somebody clip this right now. Because if this happens, I want this clip to be remembered. I said it. It was me. I said Miami. Me. This guy. Me. I said it. Indian Wells or Miami. The Williams sisters reunited for one last Miami. I said that. Serena's been hitting with Parks. Yeah, I heard that too. All right, 15:30. Swiatek, what's that break? Somebody clip this. Somebody clip this because I'm going to replay this clip if it happens. All right? And I want credit. I need all the credit. I want all the credit. We need the I was here sticker. We could make an I was here emoji. You said that, Kim. I did say it. I've said it multiple times. Should we make an I was here emoji? I'll do that right now. Anyways, 30-0. Chen trying to hold. Swiatek hits it out. And it's 40. 40-30. All right. As that goes out by Swiatek, Chen holds and keeps the match alive. Okay. Love 15 love. Swiatek wins the first point. Uh, 15 love. So into the front of Chen. Return goes into the back of Swiatek. Chen with a slice. And Swiatek goes down the line with the backhand. Chen with the forehand of the stretch. Into the back of Swiatek. Chen doing all the running. Slice goes into the back of Swiatek. And Swiatek in the net. Good hustle by Chen. And it's 15-0. All right, as Swiatek comes to the net with a half volley pickup, but Chen's there with a slice. Barty with a Swiatek with a volley, and then Chen couldn't get there. Good pickup though by Chen on the first one, just couldn't get to the second one. All right. Did it work? $30.15. Yeah, I was too busy talking about Barty. It works. I was here, chat. I am here. Well, I'm always here, but you were here. All right, Swiatek, 40-15. $40-15. So, chat, whenever something crazy happens, like a match or something, or a crazy shot, you can spam that. All right, ace out wide. Swiatek leads 4-3 in the second. Swiatek never loses a game once she wins the first set. Okay, at 1,000 level, I think that's true. I Wish You Were Here. Great Pink Floyd song. Okay. Pink Floyd? Nah. Nah. No. I wouldn't listen to it. I wouldn't pick it if I had a choice. If it comes on, I won't turn it off, but not really my thing. Parks and Jung about to start. That'll be a banger. Yeah. How many aces in that match? At least 30, right? Also, Muka is destroying Valentova. All right, 4-3. Swiatek is 2. Swiatek is 2 games away from getting the win. Pink Floyd's Great Cam. Are they? Are they? I don't know. Just that Wall song. That's the only one that I know. That's the only song that I know. Pink Floyd are legends. 0.52% of Cam subscribers are in the chat. Good math. Did you Google that? All right. Love 30 here. Swiatek tries to get the break. Only 1 hour played. I mean, this is a Swiatek special. Chen gets the point there. 15-30. Oh, Money. Yeah, I've heard that song before. All right. Serving to the front of Swiatek, but it's a let. How do you pronounce it, Cam? Gen Z or Gen Z? Gen Z. No beer cam? Bro, I'm at work. Serve to the forehand. Swiatek return goes in the forehand of Chen. Swiatek with a forehand cross court. Chen gets it. Into the forehand. Swiatek. Down the line to the backhand slice of Chen. Swiatek Forehand inside out goes wide. 30-all. Cam, could you become Swiatek's new coach? She doesn't need one. The Dark Side of the Moon, great album. I feel like that's so... Isn't that just like the most lukewarm take of all time, though? Like, I don't think you're saying anything groundbreaking. I think like that's that, and everybody else in the whole world has ever said that. I don't think that's like a fresh take. I have to listen to it, I guess, because, you know. $30-all. As the return goes out by Swiatek, 40-30. Very influential band. Yeah. I'll listen to some of their stuff. I really just don't like that Brick in the Wall song. It's annoying. I've heard it like it's on repeat and it's just like, shut up. This song is annoying. Like that song it's overplayed. It's been played like on repeat. It's just like, okay, we get it. We get it. Like, I just feel like it's too much. Anyways, 4-4 rally. The Chen hits it long and we get the deuce. Hey, Shashank, thank you for the 26 months. It's an acquired taste. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have a listen to it. Tennis TV re-uploaded Demon or Dimitrov, so I thought Dimitrov beat Demon. Well, you know. You were wrong. That's okay. All right. Deuce as Chen hits a forehand down the line. Swiatek puts up a lob. Oh, Chen let it bounce. It goes in. Swiatek puts a forehand in the net, and Chen gets a little bit fortunate. Advantage Chen. Demon feasts at 5 a.m., right? Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Rotterdam is just... It's testing my friendship. It's testing my friendship. As Chen hits it out back to deuce. Really testing me. Yeah, Rotterdam's schedule is so late. It's really testing the friendship. All right, back to deuce. Rotterdam is kind of mid without Zverev and Alcaraz, to be honest. I agree. As we had a backhand slice from Chen to the backhand Swiatek. Chen with the backhand to the forehand of Swiatek. Cross court in the forehand of Chen. Swiatek forehand to the backhand of Chen. As Chen hits it long, advantage Swiatek to take the break and serve for the match. But yeah, I mean, the ATP is just in a tough spot right now with two men dominating the tour. It really... yeah. The 500 events, if they don't have Alcaraz or Sinner or Djokovic, man, they're hard. They're hard to watch. Like, they're not hard to watch. There's always going to be good tennis, but they're just not as... People just don't care as much. Like, you know. Which is disappointing. Because we just don't... I mean, if Draper had come back and played, I think Draper in Rotterdam would have been really fun. You know? But he's not there either. Swiatek gets a backhand wide, and we get back to deuce. If Medvedev hadn't lost, maybe it would have been a little bit more interesting, but... yeah. All right, back to deuce. Could see Wong getting tight in the tiebreak set. Okay. All right, we got a fault second serve. By the way, Rotterdam might move once the Saudi 1000 gets started. Rotterdam could move to the end of the year, so be prepared. The next big ATP tournament is Doha next week. So Doha for the men next week is going to be crazy. As that goes out by Chen, it's advantage Swiatek. And it's at the moment, Alcaraz is like practicing in Doha. Djokovic is at the Olympics singing We Will Rock You, so I don't know if he's going to make it or not. He's too busy stamping his feet and clapping like, what is it? Bang, bang. I don't want to do it because I'll wake everybody up. But, like, yeah, he's just singing We Will Rock You at the skiing. I don't know where Sinner is. Sinner was like checking tickets at the door. Anyways, backhand goes into the volley of Chen. Chen in the net. There's the break. I think Sinner was like checking tickets for people to get on the train to the Olympics. So he's busy too. He's doing his side hustle. So Alcaraz is the only one who's taking tennis seriously, it seems. Also, Zverev, I think, went to South America, didn't he? He's not playing Doha. Yeah, Novak's doing side quests. So is Sinner, apparently. But the guy who won the tournament 2 weeks ago is someone had a headband that said Iga kiss me. What? I think there's a typo. It's Swiatek. ChatGPT at it again, making mistakes. Anyways, 4 in there by Chen. What the hell was that? That was definitely a typo, right? That wasn't supposed to say kiss me. It was supposed to say let's go or Yazda or something. That was a typo. That was a typo, that was. They printed a sign on and put it on a headband. That was, ChatGPT at it again. Making mistakes. 15 love. That was some AI magic that went wrong. Slice. Into the 4 on Swiatek. Swiatek puts it away. 30 love. 30 love. All the Americans are in Dallas? Yeah. Yeah, Dallas is another... That whole American February swing is also in danger if there's a Saudi exhibition. Saudi 1000, because that's where everyone's going to go. The Saudi 1000 is going to be the priority for at least all the top players. It's going to, it's like a magnet. It's going to, it's like a planet. 1000, it just brings all the players into it, right? Just sucks the players into its orbit. 30 love. So I don't think we're going to be seeing any top 10 players going off doing side quests in Buenos Aires, unfortunately. As that backhand, forehand, goes in the net. And it's 40 love. Swiatek with match points to play Kazakhstan tomorrow. Schedule should be coming out soon. Probably tomorrow afternoon, because both ladies played today. All right, 40 love. To keep her great winning streak here. And an ace to finish. And after Coco went down in a tournament that she doesn't really do well at, Swiatek at one of her best tournaments wins again. Chen had a good run. First round was a good one. First top 10 matchup. So, look, you play Swiatek in a place that she loves to play. Tough first match against a top 10 player for your career. But, look, Chen, good experience for Chen. She'll get another chance. You're going to hate calling that match. Tomorrow's going to be tough. Yeah. All right. Swiatek gets it done now. This match is really interesting to me. I'm really interested to see how this one goes. Raducanu versus Wong. Now, Wong's had a pretty decent season. She's had some good results, has Xinyu Wang. And she's taken on the Australian Open champ, who's been in the best form out of anybody on the tour, right? She's been winning the most stuff. So let's see if there's any hangover for Raducanu, because sometimes there is a bit of a Grand Slam hangover. For the especially post-Australian Open. At these tournaments. These tournaments are notoriously dangerous for Australian Open champions. Or at least Australian Open players that do well at the Australian Open. Except for Swiatek, she's the only one that's immune. But jump on over. But yeah, Wong is dangerous. We've been watching a little bit of Wong this year. She has been very, very, very dangerous. But Swiatek wins. She gets it done. She plays Kazakhstan tomorrow. She will be probably during the daytime, probably this time tomorrow, I would say, because Dasha played the first match, so they're probably going to play around this time tomorrow. But let's see what Raducanu has got. Australian Open champion coming up next.